D. Manning, Manning. Those of you listening in Oman, those of you listening in Vietnam, those of you who are listening to this podcast in Phoenix, Arizona, all of my good friends in San Jose, California, in Los Angeles, in Florida, in Texas, those of you listening in Atlanta, my hometown, and listening to this podcast around the world, I want to take this opportunity to thank you first and foremost for tuning in. It is 5:54 a.m. in Los Angeles. It is early in the morning, y'all. Early in the morning, but you know what? I'm living the dream. Things are not like I would like them to be, and there's some tough situations and challenges with which I'm faced at this particular juncture. But to be quite frank with you, I'm just glad to be alive and in the land of the living one more time. And I'm glad to be free. And I know that he that Christ has set free is free indeed. May I take this moment to encourage somebody who is thinking about suicide or homicide, someone who feels like saying the benediction on time. Life has not quite turned out the way you thought it would turn out. Perhaps you are in a psychological prison, or you are in the prison of a bad marriage, or the prison of loneliness, or the prison of poverty, whatever that prison may be. I have come with some good news to tell you, and the good news is you're breathing. And if you're breathing, you're blessed, and you have an opportunity to get it better, to make it right. God might send by somebody your way today with a check. God might send somebody your way today with a job. God might send someone your way today with shelter or food. You never know what God is going to do or how he's going to do it, but you just have to know that he is God. Ladies and gentlemen, let us govern ourselves by the politics of this particular season, with the understanding that in November we're ready to elect a new commander-in-chief, and that this is a serious challenge and a serious undertaking which must be taken with saneness and soberness. And so there are people around here, some of whom I've talked to myself, who know Donald is a bad man, and they know that Donald would be bad for this country. But it's almost like they're not taking it very seriously. They're sort of willing to gamble on, well, maybe since he's a billionaire, he'll know what he's doing, or since he's rich, or since he's run companies successfully, he'll know what he's doing. He'll know how to run the country. Well, first of all, this is a country, not a company. And there are a lot of variables there, and there's a lot of things that are very, very different about running a country than running a company. You can't run a company in the ground like Donald has done on many occasions, with those 7 or 8 bankruptcies he's filed. And he's a man who won't even release his taxes, and I can't believe the American people are even going for that. Every presidential candidate except Donald has released their taxes. What is he hiding? What is he hiding? And if he runs the country if he were to be given the opportunity and the privilege to run the country, and he ran it half as badly as he's run his companies, then we'll be in trouble. And a lot of people think that because you become a billionaire, I think he's worth 4.5 billion, and he embellishes that and exaggerates that to claim it's 10 billion, because he would know how to tell the truth if the truth, was born in him. But here's a guy who has gone into many cities and began projects and cheated workers out of their wages, cheated middle class Americans and small businessmen. Plumbers didn't get paid, construction workers didn't get paid, maintenance workers certainly didn't get paid. And so he's run all the way to the bank. So here's a guy who has exploited people his entire life. He's what we call one of those banksters. He just runs over people. And that is not the way you run a democracy. That is not the way you run a country. Ladies and gentlemen, think hard, long, and strong. before you decide to vote for a man like this. He is a bad man. And as we try to teach our kids humility and respect and courtesy, the last thing they need to do is be turning on the TV for the next 4 years with the kind of time that a president gets, watching this maniacal, narcissistic Looney Tune on television, telling us how great he is while he wears hair that he wasn't born with a color that's not his. Don't let it happen. The way you stop it, you go to the polls in November and you vote for Hillary. Let me just take a moment to say to my, excuse me, friends, I need this to picture me rolling. Picture me rolling. Some kind of way God's going to get me out of the rut that I'm in. He's going to do exceedingly abundantly above all I may ask of him. He knows what my vision is. If there's any pastor out there listening right now, my vision and my goal is to evangelize the world. All I want to do is preach the gospel. He has given me this gift, and I want to share. Excuse me, because my gift has been tempered. It has been shaped. It has been molded by my circumstances. And the places I've had to go to have prepared me for the places I've got to go to. And so I say to every pastor, this is Reverend Sherman D. Manning. Give me an email. Send me an email, shermandmanning@gmail.com. Call me, 404-386-9356. Text me at the same number. Get a copy of my books, Kids Killing Kids. Get the truth about O.J. Simpson, Race, Class, Money, and Justice. Get American Dream, A Search for Justice. Get some of my other books. And let them be a tool that you use to re-educate yourself concerning the criminal justice system, concerning policing, prisons, and things of that nature. Go to YouTube and watch my videos and let me know what you think. Give me your constructive criticism, your inquiries, and your curiosities, etc. Tell your friends to go to YouTube and look at the videos, not the audio now, the videos of Sherman D. Manning. God bless you. I love you so much. Bye.